Our goal is your satisfaction. Let us show you the way.
What is the reason why martial law declared? When he declared the martial law in 1972, Marcos claimed that he had done so in response to the communist threat posed by the newly founded Communist Party of the Philippines, CPP, and the sectarian rebellion of the Mindanao Independence Movement, MIM. How many days can a president declare martial law? The majority number required for the approval of martial law is at 158 of the 314 members of Congress. Under the Constitution, the President can declare martial law for an initial period of 60 days and ask for its extension in case of rebellion, invasion or when public safety requires it. How many were killed in martial law? Of the 3,257 killed, some 2,520, or 77% of all victims, were salvaged. That is, tortured, mutilated, and dumped on a roadside for public display. It is also reported that 737 Filipinos disappeared between 1975 and 1985. Who can declare martial law in the Philippines? Article 7, Section 18 of the 1987 Constitution empowers the President of the Republic to declare martial law for a period not exceeding 60 days in cases of rebellion and invasion, when public safety requires it. Why was martial law lifted in the Philippines? On January 17, 1981, in an effort to calm the growing opposition of the Catholic Church, President Marcos lifted martial law, if by name only, via Proclamation No. 2045 in preparation for the first state visit of Saint Pope John Paul II on February 17, 1981. Why was martial law imposed Class 10? Answer. Local leaders were picked up from Amritsar, and Mahatma Gandhi was not allowed to enter Delhi. On the 10th of April, the police in Amritsar fired upon a peaceful procession, provoking widespread attacks on banks, post offices and railway stations, so martial law was imposed. What are conditions of martial law? Typically, the imposition of martial law accompanies curfews, the suspension of civil law, civil rights, and habeas corpus, and the application or extension of military law or military justice to civilians. Civilians defying martial law may be subjected to military tribunal, court-martial. How does martial law affect the economy? The GDP of the Philippines rose during the martial law, rising from $8 billion to $32.5 billion in about 8 years. This growth was spurred by massive lending from commercial banks, accounting for about 62% of external debt. Why was martial law imposed in Pakistan? History. The prelude to Ayub Khan's declaring martial law in Pakistan was fraught with political tension and sectarian politics in which the political establishment of the new country alienated its citizens through controversial governance and perceived political failings. What are the rules of martial law? Martial law involves the temporary substitution of military authority for civilian rule and is usually invoked in time of war, rebellion, or natural disaster. When martial law is in effect, the military commander of an area or country has unlimited authority to make and enforce laws.
Take our lead. Let's help you make your mark.